What it do, mofos? I know. We're back with another ghetto-esque setup. Not everything is here yet, so I apologize. We're still working on the bootleg setup right now, so we're going old school. Welcome to the Film Cave, y'all. Your one-stop shop for any and all goddamn things film and entertainment. I can't even talk. Sucks trying to be all energetic when you feel like shit.
I hear you. I definitely hear you.
It's your boy Knight, though.
What's up, everybody? Logan here. Quick show, but important show. It was definitely one. I didn't want to skip this one because it's a big one, even though we're going to make it short and sweet and to the point.
Yes, short and sweet and definitely to the point indeed. So like we said, thank y'all for joining us, those who are watching on live and or on playback, whichever form you guys are watching on. This is live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, everything. All over the place, all of them. So if you miss it live, we want to thank you for catching it here on playback. Let us know what you guys think in the comment sections below. We're always going in and out to keep the conversation going there. And if you like what you see here, if you like the conversation, if you like the show, or you just like seeing our faces, the best way to support and the biggest way that we'd absolutely love for you to support is to hit that subscribe button or follow whatever you're watching on. Click it. It's simple. It's easy. We'd appreciate you. All right. So we're not going to waste any time. Okay, so we're both kind of feeling like SHIT right now at the moment. So
Correct.
It's not fun. So yeah, let's say we dive right into it, man. What do you
Let's
think?
do it. I'm in.
All right. So that means also there's not going to be an out there in the world. Sorry, there's no singing. I ain't got shit unless there's something dire you need to bring up or wanted to say. Or
No, I'm good.
nothing. Okay, so it's gonna be
maybe just preface people. I'm sick. He seems
Right.
to be coming down with something.
Yeah.
So if I have to like mute myself and blow my nose or something, it's possible it could happen. We're gonna get it
Disgusting.
done. It is.
It's gross.
Very.
But yeah, it hit me like a ton of bricks randomly on my way home from work. Like I'm just like nauseatingly just like ugh right now. My head is killing me. So I have no idea.
The thing is, I'm not very experienced when it comes to trains, but you would definitely be. You've been on trains forever, so I'm guessing it wasn't motion sickness of some sort. You just got hit with something.
I don't know. It's who knows. Jesus.
Let's get down here.
Yeah. We're skipping out there in the world. Sorry, you guys do not get to hear my majestical and angelic voice today.
Beautiful voice.
Yes, I know. So it gives you something to look forward to next week.
There you go.
Okay. Just saying. If this man can talk next week, we'll see.
Yeah. Let's hope.
Let's hope. All right. So we're gonna start off, guys, with a little indie show that nobody's really talking about. Debuted its eighth episode?
Yeah.
8, yeah. And that is what it is. It is What If debuted its 8th episode, and boy, sweet Christmas, God Almighty. This returned to very strong form.
Yeah.
Which I can't even say what the show's form is because it's all over the place, but it returns something, and I liked it. This is What If Ultron won, and goddamn, he won. There was a lot to talk about in this episode. Unreal. So basically, it's what happened if he won. He got the body he wanted. He got all the Infinity Stones. He made Thanos a complete bitch, and we got to see the Watcher just throw hands, be a badass. Awesome. We've seen a lot of more badassery from Natasha and Hawkeye. It was just a great episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, let's dive into it. What did you think? We'll go from there.
No, it was awesome. I really liked the post-apocalyptic vibe that we had with Natasha and Clint.
Oh shit, that is. Sorry to that variant shirt is fucking badass.
Yeah, that's that new Rockstars.
That's really awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
I love it. But I liked the robot arm on Clint, which was weird.
Dope.
I really liked post-apocalyptic with them, but then the real shit was, I mean, obviously Ultron with the stones. This just shows you that he is unstoppable. Like more
Yeah.
than likely, he's unstoppable. And the fact that he can somehow rise to another tier of consciousness, and all of a sudden he can see the fucking Watcher,
I see you.
and he's like, huh, like he's like, oh shit, I've never had this.
This is new.
So yeah, I really dug it. Like when he like gets his own suit and is ready
Bruh.
to fucking go, like it was so cool. I loved how powerful he was. And then yeah, that reveal there at the end to have, you know, Doctor Strange Supreme. It's time to
I need your help.
yeah. And you know, I liked how he, when they were looking for the Zola file, he's like, I should just break my oath and just give it to him because this is important. Like this is really important. And he doesn't do it. It works out.
For everything.
And but later on he has to break that oath and go go meet our boy.
I like it because it was a somewhat kind of bleak episode, you know, like it was dark for sure. And we start off on the run with Natasha and Clint, and fuck is texting me, and they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
And they're trying to find a way to stop Ultron's army because he is literally just fucking taken over. Hawkeye is a complete badass. He's just taking people out left and right. His little Harry Potter invisible cloak was badass.
Yeah, where the hell did that come from?
No idea, but I absolutely loved it. So they're looking for this file and AI that could take out Ultron, and they find that in Zola, which is really Zoloff. What's his name?
Zola. Yeah.
Zola.
Arnim Zola.
Yeah. Which is brilliant to even think of. I was like, that's actually really fucking.
So we now know that there is another Zola. We thought that Zola got destroyed in Winter Soldier. They're apparently the place that Civil War takes place.
Civil War. Yeah.
Also has a Zola, which is interesting.
That is pretty awesome. So they went to upload him, and meanwhile they're doing all this, Ultron is literally just destroying worlds, just going around in his little fucking brainiac globe and just beaming planets. Captain Marvel tried to step in and was like, "What you doing, partner? Like this ain't T2. Like fuck out of here."
Yeah, Skynet.
And then and then he just annihilates like 5 planets on one blast.
Yeah.
But it's just like James Spader did not come back to do the voice. That hurt because I would have loved to have seen. Oh my god, I'm so uncomfortable. Okay, here we go. I would have loved to seen and hear him lend his voice to such badassery with this character right now.
Yeah.
But it was, I forget the dude's name.
Ross Marquand.
Yeah, he does Red Skull and all them.
Yeah.
Walking Dead guy, which he's really fucking talented. This man's voicing the whole fucking MC.
If you haven't seen the videos where he does impressions, he is one of the best in the world. One of the best in the world. Right. By far at impressions. He's awesome.
Yeah, Hiddleston's actually pretty good at it too, to be honest.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just hilarious because minute Thanos came up, I was like, yo, it's about to be badass.
Yeah. No. Just absolutely just
fascinating.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I like this because it also shows how truly powerful Vision really is, and him just holding back. Ideally, but films is like, if this man were to unleash, like, holy hell.
Yeah.
That's why he's sidelined for like half a fucking Civil War, and during the fight he's just chilling, because if he got involved, it's kind of a wrap.
Well, it's the same thing. If Wanda Wanda could just turn everyone to dust, if she really wanted to. But yeah, no, that's it. You immediately realize why they had to injure Vision at the beginning of Infinity War, because he could just be ready whenever Thanos shows up.
He cut him in half. It's like,
and just blow.
Okay, cool.
I almost wish he had just done one little choom and just straight through his head.
Oh, that would have been cool too.
It was straight back. But
he even fucked up the gauntlet. He was just like, whoop, I'll take these.
That was wild. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he does have an Infinity Stone in his forehead, so it's like it does make sense for him just to be ridiculously strong.
Yeah.
So they find the AI, they try to get it. It does not work because Ultron is not on in the universe anymore,
Right.
their universe, which is still maddening. I want to see this in live action so bad. It just set everything up just beautifully,
I agree.
beautifully. Um, but Hawkeye does a great sacrifice. They role reversed Endgame,
Yeah.
and he was like, "I don't want to fight anymore. Fuck it," and he just falls out in a very badass fashion, in a
The
very
shot
poetic shot.
the
Yes,
shot was beautiful. I wish that he wasn't so crybaby, but like, because all of a sudden we have hope, and he's like, I'm done anyway, and it's like, come on, man.
right.
But
They just want to give that reverse,
that's exactly right. But at the end of the
Right.
day, it was a beautiful fucking shot. That was
Oh yeah,
awesome.
it was extremely beautiful. I was like, okay, go ahead and go out and fashion and style. I'm so blind, especially being so far. I need to put these bad boys on to see the comments. Um, so yeah, yes. Also, Zola being a Nazi superbot is concerning, but he didn't
Yeah.
get there yet. We'll see what happens tonight. I kind of got spoiled on the title. I'm like, fuck, okay, whatever.
It may. I mean, we've already seen it, in that sense, because
What do you mean?
it's if he breaks the oath, but he's
Oh,
already broken the oath, because
yeah.
he's intervened. So
And apparently, fucking Gamora is like Lady Thanos of this universe. Apparently, she got the armor on and shit.
yeah.
I'm like,
So she's in the main poster. So it was
right,
weird that she hasn't had any tease at all.
right,
But I'm definitely interested to see what's up with that.
right. But yeah. So we see Watcher throw hands. Him and Ultron go at it through different universes,
Yeah.
just going ham. And I never thought I'd see Watcher fight and do all type of crazy shit. But he literally armored up and was like, "All right, homie, let's go. You cannot
'Cause,
fathom the power of my
yeah,
goddamn will."
you cannot compute.
Compute. Yes.
Yeah, I loved that.
I was like, "Oh, excuse me," and then Ultron gave him the hand shortly after because
Well,
he
correct.
fucking is insanely strong now. Um, and he runs off, and we think it's a wrap. And Ultron's like, "Listen, I'm in the middle of the multiverse. I see everything right now. You can't stop me." And then he goes to the destroyed universe caused by the great Doctor Strange, and he went in his little crystal bubble. And I was like,
Yeah.
"All right, homie, I need your help." He's like, "You gonna make me say it?" "Oh yeah." Like, you're still
I
a dick after what just
I
happened.
didn't that was one part I didn't really like, was how he's like, "You're gonna make me say it." I'm actually okay with that, but the fact that Watcher was like, "I can't believe I'm gonna say it." And it's like, no, just cut that line out and just look him in the face and say, "I need your
Because it's
help."
like, I can't believe I'm gonna say this shit. Like,
But
I'm
he's
saying that
already
you, the
like
arrogant
half
ass
said
prick.
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a little much, but one small detail that it's obviously just like an Easter egg, but I love that
Mm,
the animators at What If, you know, could do this while they're fighting. There's one quick shot where they're busting through the universes,
Are you
and
trying to say Mustafar?
it's fucking Mustafar, and I think that is awesome. Just it's
Has that been
amazing.
confirmed, or are people just like, "Oh my god,
Well,
Mustafar"?
no, it's got Vader's castle in the background.
The little tower thing. Okay.
So I mean, it is Mustafar for sure. So I just think it's cool that, like, why not?
The season
Because
finale, Darth Vader comes out and saves the universe.
I mean, please no. But I just think that's a cool ass detail. That's
That was
probably
cool.
pretty fun.
That was definitely cool because he was punching the shit out of him through like 5 of them. I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah,
Like, Watcher, come on, man. But it's whatever. Great episode. What do we think is going to happen tonight?
that is
I know the universe is emerging. I know that.
right. So the real question, I guess, instead of what do you think is going to happen, my question is, whatever team the Watcher's about to get,
Mm.
do you think they can win? Is more my question.
Yeah. They'll have them win. There'll be a happy little ending and then some cliffhanger ending for something else.
Okay.
I believe they'll take out Ultron, and then something will happen that'll lead until season 2. But I think they're gonna boot Vision's ass out. I was like, all right, you're good, Ultron. Like, you had your moment, time to whoop your
Yeah.
ass, save the day. And now, holy shit, what is this? It's fucking Galactus or some shit.
Well, so that's what I'm almost wondering. Are we going to get a after credit scene, or just the ending of this episode that either leads into No Way Home or Multiverse of Madness? since it's dealing with multiverse so much, they could go that route too.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I saw something and I was like, oh, they're starting this bullshit now. So let me just be very clear. And you responded to it, the tweet with Doctor Strange too. So I was like, oh, okay. They're starting to release shit. And apparently Kenny just said they're doing leaks now. So I'm like, okay, now it's time to be on the lookout.
Yeah.
With the bots and all that shit. I'm like, wait, what? So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Ultron
bots.
Like, yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, never mind.
I know.
So that's why I'm just like, I don't know what this episode's gonna end with. Actually, I don't know.
Because that's why I think it would be awesome if because at the end of the day, Age of Ultron is the worst Avengers movie we've gotten, and it's a great movie.
Bro,
and
it's
Ultron,
so good now. I can't even. Yeah.
And Ultron is a fucking incredible villain, especially if we got Ultron in the hands of a Russo brothers or something. I think that they would go.
Oh God! And please bring
so
back
ham. And that's the thing is like, I almost hope that they don't defeat him. And there's now an Ultron that can jump to different universes out there. And let's just fucking hope he never finds this one. And you know what I mean? Because there's an infinite number. So he could be doing all that. We never have visited ours. You know, they jumped through all those. We went to fucking Star Wars. So like, it's kind of the point. So having that out there, and the only reason why I think it's not going to happen is because Spader didn't come back. I feel like that means this was 2 episodes. That's it. He won't be voicing anything in Multiverse of Madness, even if his bots are in it and whatnot. But man, I wish that he was, because that voice is
legendary,
so damn good. It's one of those things that like
strings.
Yeah, and because I didn't know James Spader before.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
like
man,
I need to watch The Blacklist and all that.
Yeah,
and
fucking Wolf is amazing.
But it's funny because even in like the Dune trailer, there's that part where Oscar Isaac is talking to guy that voices Thanos.
I am smiling.
Yeah, and it is literally Thanos's voice.
Yeah,
when he says that line.
Yeah, it is.
And I fucking love that. And it's funny though, because I stayed home sick today, so I was going through Netflix and I stopped on The Blacklist and it started playing a little thing, and it's just James Spader talking, and I'm like, that's literally Ultron. So that they went to him and were like, hey, exactly what you're doing on The Blacklist, we want you to come in and do that in some pajamas. And
and it's just like, I was never on that train when Ultron came out. Age of Ultron came out. I was like, oh, it's okay. I was like, I fucking loved Ultron, and I love Ultron as a villain. Like, he's one of my top for me. And it just sucks because it's like, he did have so much potential. Like, you saw it all there.
Right.
And it's like, they cut it out because, they had other plans, yada, yada. But he would have come back, especially like this, because Ultron, especially comic-wise, is a problem.
Well, it's really that idea that the movie's called Age of Ultron. We never got the Age of Ultron.
Right.
You know what I mean? That insinuates an amount of time.
Right.
We have the Stone Age, we have this age, that kind of thing. This is the Age of Ultron. And we never got that.
I hope it comes back.
And so that's why I'm hoping this one, because this one really is a true problem. And
hey, JVS,
I was going to get your opinion on, I saw some people freaking out because apparently you're not supposed to be able to take Infinity Stones from one universe and use them in another. And my answer to that is, what about Endgame? Because that's exactly what they do. But there have been people that have said that, and enough to where one of the writers came out and said he's using the stones on himself. So that means he's using it on himself, which is from the same universe as those stones. So it's okay. I don't think that you need to say that.
Right. Got that as like a crutch of like, oh, you can't use the Infinity Stones in other universes.
No.
It's like,
why not?
Why?
Yeah.
It's literally a cosmic thing. Like, it's so it's like it spans across things that we don't even understand. Like, it's literally a cosmic thing.
Yeah.
Universes were created from, Infinity Stones, like the Big Bang, and hurled all that shit out. It's
Yeah.
literally your universe. So it's like I don't think that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't believe that, and I think it can absolutely be used in different areas. It's just going to be as powerful regardless, you know.
Right.
Um, so I think it's fine unless you go to the TVA, then it's useless. But
Exactly.
unless you go there, then you're kind of fucked. I wonder what Ultron would be like if you went into like TVA. Would he just be fucked?
Well, he would just immediately infiltrate their systems and take over every time. He would just hack into their
I
shit.
guess, yeah. But I don't know because, well, I guess he doesn't have powers. He's an AI. Maybe, yeah. Okay. I was gonna say I don't know if you could do all that shit there, but I guess he's literally a. I don't know.
I
Is that a
mean,
wormhole? Is
okay,
that is that
so
a is that a MacGuffin?
that was the other thing. I saw someone say, I don't think this is going to happen, but if they wanted to immediately legitimize the situation, whoever the Watcher brings together loses, gets their ass handed to them, and Kang shows up and says, doesn't fit my work, and just takes him out.
That would be beautiful.
And so,
That would be amazing.
you know what I mean? So it's like, even though he's a villain, he's like, hey man, you're doing a lot. We're gonna go ahead and knock this out. And that's just it, you know. So, and
That'd be
really
so cool.
legitimize
Oh
the
my god.
villain that sliced an infinity gauntlet wielding Thanos in half, and then this
Yeah.
villain shows up and just wipes that guy out. That would be pretty
That'd be
dope.
the biggest boss move ever. That would be
Yeah,
pretty.
exactly. So I would be in for that. I don't think they'll do that. I think that this will be a
No.
nice little ending.
An animated fucking Kang the Conqueror comes out of nowhere. That would be pretty funny.
It would be amazing
It
because
would
it would
be.
immediately legitimize the show to where people have to go watch it and have to watch the next season and all that jazz. So
Yeah.
be smart.
I'm here for it for sure. Thanks to resolve how Ultron is using Infinity Stones across the multi-universe. I don't think so. It's
See
coming
that?
from this. It's coming from the same company that's literally created all these things we're talking about, so they can retcon whatever the hell they want.
Well, I
That's
just
what I
don't.
feel.
I don't get why. Like, obviously in the comics that was a rule, but in Endgame they already completely
Right. I mean, it's safe to say they
they
haven't been going by comic books very loosely.
right. So
Comic books aren't a thing, aren't law.
this has not been a rule in the movies this entire time. So, oh, we lost John. Um, and yeah, so I mean, unless Marvel's changing what's canon about the stones, I think that's exactly what they're doing. The stones, if you watch Endgame, they went to another universe, brought them back to ours, used them. No, they weren't. That was an alternate reality. They just stayed on Earth for a lot of it. That was not the same universe. Um, there's no such thing as time travel. If you travel back in time, you're now in an alternate universe. So we've been proven that they can still use them. You know, so I don't understand why people are so upset about it. But you cannot go back in the same. I can't hear you.
I was muted.
Oh, there you go.
It went back in time. It was the same universe. So they went back within their same universe, yes, but it's like it doesn't apply to them. If that makes sense. Like there's no rule set up for the Infinity Stones within the cinematic universe, and it's like Kenya said, it's adaptation. It's not a direct rule set for that. Just with any film, they're gonna make their own,
And
thing.
and like he said, I don't think that the Loki series would disagree about time travel. Loki is going to different times in different universes.
Yeah, it's going to different points in time. Yeah,
I mean, there are rules set up in the comics though. How
yeah,
many times we have to say that they're obviously not following the comics? I mean,
yeah.
if they were following the
They're not
comics,
following comics, but
I
it's
mean,
very loose. They get
yeah,
inspiration and
of
adaptation of them, but they're
course.
not
I
following.
mean,
No film
if they
follows
were
their
following the
source.
comics, we would have no reason to watch all these movies because we could just know the spoilers,
Right.
you know, already. But
Yeah, that's any adaptation. They never follow
yeah,
suit. They make
it's
their own
smart for them to
loosely.
take the influence and then make it better. and
Right.
surprise us. So
Make their own. Yeah. So it's like, it's what it is. Like I said, I like how they set it up. It's fine. And yeah, their rules make sense for what they're doing now, and I'm here for it.
yeah,
Um, yeah, if you want that structured thing, that's what the comics are for. Go back and read
right,
those ones. You know, yeah, comic world doesn't work in real life at all.
correct.
So yeah, so she was its own comic. Yeah, yeah. So that's what they're doing essentially. Yeah. They're confusing us. Not like hell they are.
Yeah, I get it just fine.
Yeah. It's a whole different thing, man. Whole different
Yeah.
thing. Universes beyond ours. Okay. So yeah, so I'm excited for tonight. We'll see. We'll see what they do for Gamora. I hope it's not so Gamora centric. She's not really one of my favorite characters.
Oh
A
no,
good character. I'm just kind of like,
I don't think
"Ugh,
so.
I don't like her at all. Maybe she could pop in and be like, "Hey, I'm this universe's Thanos," and then gets killed, and then it's like, "Okay, you have something I need. Thank you."
I mean, I think it's going to be. I think that the Watcher is going to make a team of all the characters that we've met
Yeah.
from this season, and she's
Even
going to
one-legged
be
T'Challa.
no, not that one, but Star Lord
Star
T'Challa.
Lord T'Challa.
Like I could see them getting. So I guess there's only a couple options from the zombies episode, but like
Spider-Man floating
um
Scott and T'Challa.
if they got headless or like only head Scott, that'd be kind of
Yeah,
funny.
that would
But
be funny.
I'm thinking that Gamora is just a part of that team, and she's the
Gotcha.
new character that we're going to get introduced to in this episode. And
Gotcha.
in whatever universe she's in, yeah, she's the mad whatever you want to call her.
Gotcha. Well, we'll see. Just don't spend too much time on her. I don't know.
I agree.
We'll see. All right. So let us know what you think about What If there's anything that we missed. We'll dedicate time to you guys, of course, like I said at the end of the show, to just bullshit real quick and stuff like that. So let us know. Now we continue on to a movie that's making some splash, good or bad. It has the people kind of diverse. Yeah, I'd say people are split. There's people that, oh my God, it fucking sucks. And people are like, oh, it's great. And others like, it is what it is. Venom 2. That came out. Yes, it did. And I saw it. You saw it.
Yes.
The world saw it. And of course, like the first one, it has people on both sides and those right in the middle. This film's, and obviously, spoilers. This film sees the continuation of the story of Eddie and Venom. Eddie has kind of been like, you really aren't anybody. You used to be somebody. You're a shadow of yourself. He gets, Cletus, and this is the interview of a lifetime. He interviews him, meets him, and of course he has a lover in fucking Shriek. Didn't know that that's where they were going with that, but I'm like, okay, got it. I'm not mad at it for sure. And in the mists, Cletus gets a little crazy because Eddie fucks him over without giving him the full story like he promised. He's mad. He tries to eat the motherfucker, and some of Venom goes into Cletus. And therefore, Carnage is born, which is semi comic accurate in how Carnage comes to be. So I'm like, okay, I'm not mad at that. And then the movie just takes off. It takes off. And then, yeah, what did you think? We'll go through it all. But what did you think?
No, I think the movie is not great. I think the first one's actually better as a movie. I think I enjoy the first one a lot more. But no, at the end of the day, it seems like they cut around a lot of stuff. Like the editing was wonky in some spots. Woody Harrelson was going batshit dumb. I mean, it was terrible. And yeah, I mean, I can't believe they killed him. I can't, like, Carnage is already gone.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's so dumb. And yeah, the after credit scene is so forced. It's not
We'll
even
talk about
funny.
that one. That's a whole separate conversation. Yeah.
But no, I mean, at the end, like, Eddie and Venom is obviously the best part, just like the first one. They're a little angry, married couple. And Tom Hardy gives his all and
He
he's
does.
definitely having fun
He does.
doing these. But besides that, like that's literally the only redeeming quality. Like everyone else, the dialogue's bad, the editing's bad, the directing's bad. Like I feel bad. Andy Serkis is one of my favorite actors alive.
Mm.
This is not it. You know what I mean? Like in terms of showing out, like I'm proud of you for going out there and making a movie that's a giant budget like this. But like I hope you learned some lessons on this because you
Right.
can tell that you had some issues. So at the end of the day, it's I was able to enjoy myself like the first one, but it's all the while understanding that the movie is really bad. Now let me enjoy myself anyway. It's kind of the mindset that I had to be in, and
Right.
that's all right.
So, and this came from, I love the first Venom. Had a great time. It's fun, good time, and knows self-aware, all that stuff. So I'm going into this movie just expecting the same exact thing type feel.
Yeah,
Had a little bit more hopes because it was Andy Serkis. So I had a little bit of different kind of expectations, but nothing
sure.
major. So I'm going into that film, and it really sucks for me to say I honestly did not like this movie. And yes, Tom and Eddie were a saving grace. Yes, they were. I love both of them. They're not my issue at all. Um, I see where they were trying to go with certain aspects of the story, but this film was literally all over the goddamn place. I'm like, wait, what is happening?
Yeah,
And I'm all for just movies that just, oh, this just is a ride. You just sit in, you just go. Long as it's kind of like there's some kind of structure to it and I can at least know what's going on. This shit is just sporadic. I'm like, it's okay, cool. I
yeah,
didn't find myself enjoying it as much as the first one. I didn't. It had moments where I laughed. I was like, okay, that's funny.
right.
And like I said, Tom and Venom tear it up. But even it hurts to say Woody. I
So
love
bad.
me some Woody fucking Harrelson, man. It's Woody fucking Harrelson. Ah. The prison scenes, every time he was in prison, good. I rock
Sure.
out with you. I like you. When he got out, I was like, what's happening? This completely just changed. And like I said, he was just a fucking nutcase everywhere. And that is Cletus, but it just didn't translate well for me.
Right.
When we got to Carnage, Carnage himself was cool, I guess, but I felt like we didn't get enough of him. And Carnage is not a PG-13 fucking character, and I felt this through all of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this
No,
is.
most definitely.
I was like, holy shit. You have both of these motherfuckers who should be rated R in one film. And originally it was, but I felt a lot of studio interference with this. I felt a lot of it.
Cutting around
A lot of it.
so much R-rated shit that they could have shown
Because of the fucking end credit and what it
because
sends
it's
up.
Sony. They're trying to make that
Right.
money. Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck. The editing, god awful.
Yeah.
God, I'm like, this is all over the place. Shriek. Girl, why? Why are you
And that
here?
actress is so good.
She is, and it pissed me off. I'm like, you are stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why are you here? You are literally a story crutch for Cletus.
What
For
it
them
was
to have odds with him and Carnage.
it was that thing of like as soon like, oh, Carnage, you're gonna come help me break my girl out. Okay,
Right.
deal. And then as soon as she made a peep and Carnage was like, shut that bitch up or whatever he said. You know, all of a sudden it was
Yes.
like, I know exactly what's gonna happen in this movie. Like,
Right. I was like, okay, they're going to be at odds at the end of the film. Got
yeah.
it. And that's exactly what ended up happening. And then,
Which I do want to point out one thing that's interesting.
Mm.
I honestly can't believe that this somehow was allowed to be said. The word being said.
mutations.
Yeah, because this is a Sony movie,
Yeah.
not a Disney Marvel Studios movie.
Right.
But they got to use the word mutation, which is interesting. And what a god awful way to start off with our first non-Fox mutation character. It was fucking
I
bad.
liked it for that aspect. I'm like, okay, that setup is cool. The end, cool. But I'm just like the movie itself, and I see Kenya talk about here, kill Anne and force Venom to revenge, anti-hero, all
Right.
that good shit. So there's a whole side story that happens here with Venom. Completely. Him and Eddie break up. He goes off to do his own thing. And I saw what they were trying to do with that, and I understood it. It just, the movie was just already too far gone at that point for me to kind of get on board. Like,
Yeah.
they tried to humanize Venom a little bit and see where it's coming from and the battle between him and Eddie and, you know, his purpose and this and that and just want to be seen. Like, I got all of that. But sadly, the movie had fucked me already to that part where I'm just like, I don't know what's going on anymore. And everything's just
Yeah.
thrown. There was no structure to it. And I can't believe I'm going this fucking deep in a goddamn Venom film. But it's like, it it sucks. Like, it should have been better. Like, it
Well,
should have been better.
that's the thing is at the end of the day, the expectations were low,
Right.
and I don't think it would be that hard to make this movie fucking fun.
Right.
And
No, I don't think so. In
you're
somebody else's hands.
yeah, I mean, literally, like we are asking you to bring us a C plus to B rated film, and you fucking can't do it. Like that's rough.
Right. I don't
'Cause
think they humanized him in the first one, Kenya. They tried to, but it was very forced.
well, because even to the point they're trying to humanize him while he's going around killing people, taking them
Right.
as hosts. It's like fuck you. And
Yeah.
the rave shit was so goddamn dumb. Like it was literally, it's like literally like I can see like Andy Serkis is very forward thinking. He's all about representation, things like that. And so he actually had a point to this film where it was like, you know, in some form or fashion,
Right.
Eddie and Venom are a couple,
Yeah.
and you know they are into that kind of stuff and whatever it may be, and all of a sudden Venom's at a rave, and all these people are like, "I love how you look," and he's like, "Yeah," and it's like you're so stereotypical, like, "Oh, you're a gay man? Go to a rave." Like, what? Like, it's like, go get the glow sticks. You've got to be fucking kidding me right now. Like, so it was so.
I saw a lot of that being thrown around, like the word gay with Venom. I'm just like,
I don't think he's gay, but like,
I don't like, I honestly don't get where all of it's coming from. I'm completely and thoroughly lost.
well, it's just wanting him to be. They're wanting to show that he's fluid in his emotions and things like that.
Oh no, of
And
course,
so
I
it's
get the
like,
fluidity. It's very
and
that
so he goes to a rave where it's a bunch of other people that are
are
not,
different and not, yeah,
yeah, that are welcoming to
right,
other ideas.
right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I get that, and I'm not necessarily mad at that. I don't know if a rave would have been my first choice, but I but I definitely get it and it
How
makes
about a
sense. That's what I said.
Comic-Con?
There's aspects I like. Um there's definitely aspects that I like for sure, but it's just um I felt like it could have been handled differently in a different setting. But I didn't mind the rave. I'm like, okay, fine, it's whatever, we get it. But there were just so many things wrong with this movie and it really, really hurt. Um Even the fight was kind of cool. Like there was moments of like, oh shit, we're finally seeing Venom and Carnage like together, like, oh father and shit like that. I'm like, oh, okay. This is Venom is fucking daddy. And then he just eats him at the end.
He eats
Like,
them.
up, come back. So it's just
Yeah.
like, I'm like, all
What?
right.
Is he gonna shit him out? Like
No, he just got absorbed back inside of him because it was him. So he just ate him and that was it. So I'm like,
I call BS, man. That's so
okay.
stupid.
And
It's
want to
terrible.
throw this out because before I miss it,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you. I do not want to fuck up your name.
Double tar.
Double tar? Yeah. Thumbs up for Logan's hair. Logan, what made you choose that color unless you're a cousin to Aurora Monroe?
I would be a cousin to Miss Storm.
He's all natural.
That is not my choice. But, yeah.
Yeah, he is the fastest gray-haired man ever. Like he's that young and he's already a head full of hair, just greatness. It's great.
It's all me.
Venom had a second win to fight because Dan said you can be a hero. Did that happen?
Wait. Oh yeah. I would like
When?
Dan. when was that? That was
I know when he was letting Anne down and he was getting stabbed to fucking death. And then was that where'd the second wind come? Did he say that? I don't fucking sure.
I can't remember.
I can't
Because it
remember.
might have been whenever they like Anne went and got Venom and brought her
Right. And then we
brought
had
him to
Lady
Eddie,
Venom
and
again.
then
Yeah.
which was God so forced. Like, oh well. But I think because he was like,
She
"Hey
was the only
Dan,"
one that works, you know?
he's like, "Dan, you be safe too," or something.
Oh, yeah, that was at the very end of the
And
movie. That was after the fact.
yeah. So I can't remember,
Barry,
but
you be
uh,
safe too.
yeah, I really wish that they would leave them the fuck alone. How about that? Just like they're so not good for the movie. What's her name? Michelle Williams.
Yeah.
She actually seemed to have cared more in this one than in the first one.
Yeah,
which
she was
is
having
funny.
fun with this one. I
But
can tell. Yeah.
it was so unnecessary. Like she is literally engaged to another man, and the whole story is Eddie's in love with her. We got to use her as this and that. It's like,
Well, they're still cool. You know,
so, but like, we don't need her to be the damsel in distress and like all that. Like, fucking
yeah.
have a Venom versus Carnage movie. Like,
Yeah.
because then you have Dan coming in saving the goddamn day, burning them,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and the fact that he came out alive is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. So I don't know.
Oh, yes. Gotcha. That's true. When the debris fell on him at the end. Yes. And he just had his Spider-Man moment. Go on, Spider-Man. And he started lifting up the debris and
Yeah.
shit. And then, yeah. Okay. Good call out. What the fuck was that setup to that damn cop?
So that's apparently oh fuck now the
What did you say? Heroes or villains or some shit. And then his eyes fucking.
so that's apparently Carnage's son,
What?
which I can't remember his name now. Siren or something like that.
Carnage's son. How and why?
Yeah, it's so Toxin is his name. And so we're just going to have yet another symbiote.
What does he have? There was no symbiote on him. How and why?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's so stupid and forced, and
He just got fucked up by Shriek. Why would he even start to remotely glow for any reason? That's why I was so confused. I'm like, wait, what just happened here?
Yeah, I don't know. But
that's stupid. Wow.
It's this movie is just really bad. Like it
is, and I knew it was because I found myself at points of the movie just like I just want to get to the end credit scene.
Yeah,
like, and that's I'm like, damn, that's really bad. Like, that's really bad. Yeah, but we're gonna say sorry.
Well, no, I mean you're completely right. I feel bad for Andy Serkis because
I really do.
It seems to be that situation. This has happened before, but Andy Serkis is trying to get into directing. He directed that Jungle Book movie that did really. It came out right after the Disney one. It went like straight to streaming or something. I never even watched it, and so he didn't get a lot of traction for that. So then he gets offered this. Of course, he's going to say yes because he's trying to get in directing. You've got studio, meddling. You've got
a lot of it.
No expectations. He probably walks in on a script that's dog shit, and they say we're going to shoot this soon, and that's basically it. So he just made the movie that they wanted him to make, and sadly, they will probably ask him to do Venom 3, but another studio probably won't ask him to do anything else until he puts out
something good,
a better movie. Yeah.
And it's just so disappointing. I really wanted to like it, because I love the characters of Eddie and Venom. I really do. So it really sucked to see them. Just like, fuck it. But the moment we all were there for was the extremely overhyped, over talked about, over built up end credit scene. The way people were talking about, I expected to explode out of this goddamn theater. I expected to shit on myself running up and down the aisles while crying with a little bit of sperm leaking out. That's the way everybody was setting this shit up. And I saw this shit and was like, okay. So it's just like, so him and Eddie, they're on the run now. They're not on the run. They're just going, living their life, going out there outside of San Francisco and all that good shit. They're on an island. They're chilling. They're in this little hot box hotel in Mexico somewhere, I'm assuming. And Venom's talking to him. They're like, hey, I've seen shit through thousands of years. Like, you wouldn't even think, dream of, and all this good shit. And Eddie's like, oh, tell me about it. Yada, 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 yada. And then the room just starts to get blurry and shaky and weird. And we're thinking, oh, he's about to show him some shit. Like, we're about to get a history of whatever he's about to show. And then Venom's like, no, that wasn't fucking me. And then they're chilling. Venom comes over him, and then all of a sudden the TV comes on, and boom, you hear J. Jonah Jameson talk about Spider-Man and Tom Holland. You look at it, and there's Tom Holland on the TV screen, and Venom just starts touching himself. He's like, ooh, this guy looks tasty, ooh, type of shit. And licks the screen, and some dude comes out. I was like, why are you in my fucking hotel room? And that's it. That was annoying. So I'm just like, it's cool to see. I'm like, okay, you just set up the world. He's officially in it. Got it. Fine. Sure. Like you said, it was just forced. It just happened. I literally expected Tom himself or some shit to pop up, and it was like, boom, like, here we go, or have some type of confrontation, something.
Right.
That's what I was expecting, to lose my mind, not see this fucker on a TV screen and be like, okay, fine. So apparently, out of whatever one of the 25 reasons and why time in the multiverse happened, this happened at that point, and he got brought into the shit. Now he's here, and now we're gonna have the interaction everybody wanted, and people can stop crying. What did you think?
I mean, it's so forced. It's not even funny. And it is a question of, I'm honestly more interested in what Venom was going to show him,
right,
or tell him about. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say, the first thing that's so funny is, why the fuck is Peter Parker standing there with his mask off? Because that immediately takes away the possibility, if Toby and Andrew are in this movie, where one of them can be Spider-Man, and then Peter Parker can walk around and be like, look, it's not me. They just ruined that idea because he's got his fucking mask off.
Right.
So that was dumb as shit. But also,
well, I think it happens anyway, because even in the Far From Home trailer, he's running around with his mask off.
Yeah, but like, not in the suit. Like, just day one getting caught.
Maybe he takes it off at that point. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know in the black suit he is.
Right.
But,
no. But yeah, it's super forced, and I guess Venom is like about wanting to kill him because J. Jonah Jameson is saying that he's a murderer or whatever, and he's like, so
could be. That'll be a good point.
But it's still, it takes one conversation for that to not be the case.
Right.
Because and at the end of the day, I'm just more nervous about, you're forcing literally all the best situations into a No Way Home. If they're actually bringing back all those villains, and we've got Defoe back, Doc Ock back, all that. You have too many villains. They're gonna be glorified cameos, and it's gonna be not worth the situation. So like,
I think one of them will be the main.
Right, but like, where does Venom fit into that now? Because
maybe he helps, so we don't know.
So I don't know. I'm interested for sure. It just seems like Sony is forcing the fuck out of this. But at the end of the day, all I can hope for now is No Way Home was, massively produced by Marvel Studios. And I would love to see Eddie and Venom under Kevin Feige. Let's see what he can do about it.
Absolutely. Please just get him out of Sony's hands as much as possible. A little control, because I feel like those two, in his hands would be so fucking epic and just great. I know it would be. And I know as much as I love Eddie now, how he is, I know they toned down Eddie a little bit. He'd still be, quirky and all that stuff, but they'll tone him down for sure. But I just know it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
And like I thought like we were going to get like I thought the post credit scene was the way they were setting up. I was like, okay, he's about to show him the history of the symbiote and what he went through, and maybe he'll give one of those run-ins would be like Spider-Man or some shit, and that's where
Yeah.
we see like Tom or what something. Um, I just didn't expect the bastard to be on the TV screen and then get fucking licked. So I'm like, is he want to eat this man? Does he find him attractive? Like, I understand, I get it. I think the motherfucker too. I'm just like, what's going on here? So like I said, it was forced. It was overhyped for me. I was disappointed when I saw it.
My theater got a pretty good like whoa situation,
Mine too.
but I'm sitting there going,
Yeah.
after that shit movie, I'm not that excited to see this character continue on, and that like
Oh, I'm not gonna say that, but
well, no, but like because obviously it's the best part of the movie, but like after like Let There Be Carnage is not a good movie, so
oh yeah,
like
no.
all of a sudden, oh well, here's where he's showing up next. I'm like, well, I hope it's better than this, like because I'm thinking of Sony.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I saw somebody say they think that this is Tom's last movie. I think he has one more movie that's a team up movie with Marvel Studios
Oh,
contractually.
I think this one is contractually his last one. As I was
Um,
saying, I I think this one was that he can obviously work some shit, out, and I hope they do. But I think this one was his last
let me see.
contract one.
I could have sworn that when they brought him back after Far From Home, it was 2 more movies, a solo, and then a ensemble.
Oh, well, shit. I hope.
I can't remember.
They might have. Miles becoming a live action hero. That's what I was. I was actually randomly thinking that Kenya, like Spider Verse 2, bringing Miles Morales as a live action type
Yeah,
shit or whatever. That'd be pretty dope. Or even pull that motherfucker out of No Way Home. I don't care, whatever. But no, they still need to make their more. Tom needs to have more of an impact before anything else can happen.
sure.
Because we're just now starting to see him run as like his own character now that he's actually growing, like people do in life in the movies that people kept bitching about. So I think they'll give it a few more years before they do that.
So, okay, right here. The
For
two
sure.
sides agreed to a new deal which covers 2 more films for Holland's Web Slinger. This includes Spider-Man 3 and a mystery Marvel movie. So,
Ooh, mystery Marvel movie. What if it's him versus Venom? What if that's like the actual thing?
well,
That'd
that would
pretty
be
dope.
Sony.
Oh yeah, fuck.
That wouldn't be.
Well, bring him over now. Shit. Apparently he can do that now. They're doing it,
Yeah.
so bring him over. Fuck him. Bring it over. Um. So yeah, but I'm excited to see him and Tom go at it. I'm excited for that.
Sure.
It just Venom 2 just was really disappointing and it really hurt to see. It really hurt to see. And I wish Sony would just give up already. Just give it to Marvel and just let it happen. Just give up. Give all your Spider-Verse characters to fucking Marvel. You can keep your Spider-Verse.
Sure. The
Animation
animated.
shit, you're doing
Yeah.
fucking great with that. But live action shit, give it up. Oh boy, it's time to let it go. Let it go, please. Oh god, Brooklyn, you're banned for 5-10 minutes. Let it. Don't say nothing else.
I mean, that's the thing too. Talking about Miles, like if I had my way, the Sinister Six would have waited until the second trilogy of Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Right, and then Miles
And-
can help that motherfucker take them
and
out, son.
Miles comes in the third movie or whatever, and then we get, I want Tom Holland as Spider-Man for fucking decades.
Oh, absolutely.
So
You
it's
have
just,
him. Make it work.
right. But instead, hey, let's force the Sinister Six in a way to where instead of setting up new characters, let's just go pick them out of our failed franchises and bring them in to where they have no quarrel with this Spider-Man at all. But let's just force it anyway.
I think they're just going in for the talent.
And because just I actually think that I can't remember what Venom was calling it in the movie, but like his hero name or whatever.
Lethal
Like,
Protector.
yeah,
I love that they kept saying that because that was a great
and
villain to the comic. I love that.
but it seems like I hope that that's what they're leaning into with him coming into No Way Home. Is he's a
Same.
murderer? Because if it's not, and he just is going after this guy to go after him, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Because that's not the character that we've seen.
Right.
Just someone that wants to go murder a kid for no reason. He
Oh,
obviously
yeah.
wants to eat people, but like,
I mean,
he was like licking the goddamn TV and shit.
it's Tom Holland in tights. I get it, but it's I just think, like you said, it's just the fact that it's a murderer. Like, he doesn't give a fuck who you are. Like,
Right.
because Venom doesn't. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm about to rip off your whole shit.
I'm
right
allowed
now.
to eat bad guys. Yeah.
Right. Like, I'm about to rip your whole shit off right now. Like, it's a wrap. I don't care who you are. So I definitely get it. But I hope they go and stick real hard with that Lethal Protector. He wants to eat Tom's cheeks. That's funny. No comment there. But so yeah, so I hope they stick with that Lethal Protector going on. Like, yeah, he's not good, he's not bad, he's right there in that gray, and that's what's up. Stay out of his way. And now they can lead that up because now they have Morbius. I don't know what they're trying to do with that shit.
Oh.
Or if he's gonna cross over, but Blade, on the other hand, now that we're getting that motherfucker a lot sooner than
I don't think that date's gonna
apparently.
work out.
We'll see. But if they get Venom and Blade, they get their own little dark side of things. Keep going.
It's just it is a thing of, well, first of all, apparently Blade won't shoot till July, and so that date doesn't make sense. So I could see it being October of 2023, maybe, or something. Like they'll push it to that.
I hope not.
But Venom being PG-13 now twice does make it worries me more about your Blade situation and things like that. But
I've been saying that shit. Listen, you opened up the box. Pandora's here. Listen, I told y'all this PG-13 shit is fucking stupid. Now that you have it with Blade, you saw it happens twice, and it was so incredibly felt in this film.
Yeah.
Of the restraint. Now you're doing it on another hardcore rated R character in Blade. You're gonna fuck that one. So it's like, and now you're bringing on Deadpool. You're gonna fuck that one.
Deadpool will be
that's rated R though, isn't it?
Yeah, Deadpool's R-rated.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's rated R. So never mind. I take that back. Then motherfucker, if you're doing it with Deadpool, keep the thing.
I think
going.
you can do it. Yeah.
Like what? What do you? What the hell? Like, you already have, okay, we're going good for Deadpool, keep him rated R. Cool. Make Blade rated R.
Yeah.
Like, it's so stupid that they have a PG-13 and they're literally putting a crutch on these, and you see it. Venom is literally giving you, like, the layout. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Here's why. It is felt. They tried to release a PG-13 fucking Christmas Deadpool shit. Did not work.
Right.
Like, leave it. At this point, they've earned a spot for R-rated. Yes, they have, because they show that it works.
Yeah, I fully. It's a thing of, if the story you're wanting to tell needs it, I think that they should be able to look at that and say, yeah, okay, let's go ahead and knock this out. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, Blade is a vampire, deals with blood.
Right.
Unless you're just going to cut out a bunch of blood, because that's one strange area where, the people, the guild that rates movies, depending on the amount of blood that you have, you'll get an R rating. So unless you want to just tame that down, which doesn't make sense.
I want Blade 2 amounts of blood. That's what I want. That's what it should be. I want motherfuckers fucking in a pool of blood. I want them bathing in it. I want him cutting people's heads off and shit squirting and then phasing into fucking fire and ash. I want all that, like they did in the original Blade movies. I want it all. That's how it should be. That's the world of vampirism and all that shit. It's not pretty and all Twilight and sparkle. No. It is gory. It is fucked up. It is bloody. I want that in my Blade. I don't want him biting somebody and he lets his mouth up and it's completely just dry. Like, that's just another Wolverine situation for me. I'm killing people with blades and my shit is dry as hell and
Well, it's
clean.
like what Cletus bit Eddie, and he's just got like a little bit right here.
Like he did a whole chunk of the motherfucker. Just had like a little.
Like he should have pulled a whole piece of meat off.
Absolutely,
You know?
he's a cannibal. Like, I've tasted blood before. Well, shit, you only got a little
And
bit of it.
he's like, and that ain't it. It's like, well, then why does it look just like it? It's like, what is it then? Because it looks like blood to me. I don't.
Oh, you're
Venom's
absolutely
black.
right. By the way, JVS, this is slept on. He started all of that shit. Blade,
Yeah, that's correct.
all of it, and gets no recognition. Of course not. The web slinging dork did, and he wasn't even the one to do that. Jesus
What?
Christ, Spider-Man. He gets all the credit for like, oh, he started all. Like,
X-Men.
no, he fucking didn't. Right? Even X-Men. But everybody's on Toby's Disney, so there's that. So yeah, so that's what we think of Venom. We'll continue this conversation we have now. You guys are pretty active in the chat right now, so let us know. Let's see. John's blade keeps pushing through the blood. Yes, blood, all of that blood. I want no little Twilighty ass blade. It is dumb. So we'll see. Want to make another Blade movie? Yes, he did, but Wesley also fucked himself with that. Blade Trinity, he fucked himself for anybody who wanted to do anything with him in that movie again. But he's refined now, but he fucked that up. He was almost Black Panther too. That's the funny shit.
That's wild.
Yeah.
How terrible would that have been?
I don't know. Back in the day, 90s, that would have made the only sense back then.
Yeah.
I just don't know how strong his accents are.
JVS, you sent me y'all's talk about the end credit scene. I watched the whole thing. And it was, yeah.
I was dying through that, so I watched most of it. And then
correct.
But yeah, they did really go into good discussion about that. And it's like there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of, good what ifs. But again, as long as Sony's involved, that's always scary to me. That the most logical and best way to be and go that route will be failed to do so. But we'll see. I don't know. It makes me scared as long as they're attached. So what else you guys got in the comments? Let us know. What's going on with DC movies, brother? What's the next one? What are we getting? Ted's ass up there. What are we doing?
No idea.
I keep seeing Ted. Like, fuck that bastard. Where's DC?
You need to watch Ted Lasso. It's so freaking good. Yeah, I don't know. I've been busy as shit, and now I'm been sick. I need to try to figure something out because watching Ted Lasso is just easy because it's like 30 minutes. It's like a feel good show. I could knock it out, get it done. That's true too. We're almost DC fandom. My cousin texted me and was like,
"We are almost there.
We're less than 2 weeks away from a Batman trailer," and I was like, "Oh fuck."
And that's right. I work, so I'm not gonna be able to like stream the fucking event or do it. So I'm gonna have to catch everything later. It's not like anybody watch the shit anyway, but it's still.
I mean, you want to be in the. Oh yeah, and Long Halloween's on HBO Max now.
Yep, it is. Gonna watch.
Have you
that
watched it? Okay.
I have not. Unless. Well, that'd be hard to do with you. You're like almost impossible to set those motherfuckers up. I'm gonna say we do a watch party after like you in the middle of like your things, but you're like that's trying to get like set up with Obama to watch the shit. I'm like, God damn.
I mean, shit has been fucking crazy. My God.
Right.
We closed on our lot.
I was just about to ask you that. How you still getting squatters and shit?
So so that's the thing. So we learned for our rent house that so we had somebody break in and we're hanging out in there. It's a kid down the street. He's 10, and he lives in the one house. His uncle owns the house next door, but moved and is like waiting to sell it. And so that kid and all the kids in the neighborhood call that their hangout spot, and they just live in that empty house basically, just. Whenever they're at home, they all go to that house and hang out. And so then when our renters left, they were like, "Hey, that house is empty now. Let's make that our hangout spot." And so basically, we went over there. Like they left like a fucking ladder. They left a backpack with like pillows and shoes and shit like that. And all the shoes are this big, like they're tiny little shoes.
All that shit's getting tossed.
It was so that was what was funny was I threw it in the trash, and then we went over there 2 nights ago, Sunday night, and a little girl ran over and was like telling us everything. Like, yeah, it's this kid. His name's this. He's the one that did all this, whatever. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. And she was like, yeah, because right now the house has like the realtor like lockbox thing on the doorknob where they can have an app that activates it and the key will come out so they can open the house and show it to people. And they were like, yeah, he came over here last night with a hammer and was trying to break that off. And we're like, Jesus Christ. And like, I don't see anything on it that says that. Like, I couldn't see it. So those things are strong as fuck. But she was like, yeah, he wants his backpack back. He thinks the backpack's still in there. And we're like, backpack's in the trash. And it was funny because I was like, they actually haven't taken the trash yet. So I've got the backpack in the trash can over here. And I felt so bad after this so then I was like, I'm going to go knock on their front door and say, here's your backpack, from my house, from inside my fucking house, that you broke into. And so I walked over there and I was going to give him the backpack back. And apparently it's his dad was walking down. This is in the hood, walking down the street in slides, short, like athletic shorts and a wife beater, either drunk as hell or high as hell, walking down the street. And he's like, hey, fuck you doing on my block? And like talking to me. And I was like, oh, I'm trying to take this backpack to this kid's house. Over here is his backpack.
The fuck?
And he's like, who is it? And I can't even remember the kid's name now. And he was like, that's my kid. He's like, why you got his shit? And I was like, oh, he left it in my house. So I was just going to take it back to him. And he was like, set that shit down. He's like, get the fuck over here. And I was like, I'm not coming anywhere close to you, like, I was like, get the fuck away from me. But he was like about to try to attack me. And I was like, oh God.
Oh yeah, no.
We
would have had a problem.
I fucking hate, like, cause I had Hannah with me. And I was like, as I was walking over there and that guy came, I was like, Hannah, get your ass to the fucking car. I was like, cause I do not want to have to fight this big motherfucker. He was not small. He was drunk. So like, I knew I could outrun him, but like, it's like, I do not want to have to like, I told Hannah afterwards, I was like, the only thing I would have had on that guy was a straight up just fucking headbutt into his fucking mouth. Like, that's all I would have been able to do and hope it took his ass out. Cause he was like 35, just jacked black guy, just on drugs. I'm like, oh, good.
He would have the right one today. Like, oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, dropped it. Like, come get a bitch. Right here. Let's go. You're talking this shit and a lot of it.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Because at the end of the day, what I don't want to happen is go, oh, yeah, he broke into my empty house over here. And he goes, oh, that house is empty? Okay, cool. And he goes and smashes the place to pieces.
Right.
So I was like, I'd rather not. I'd rather not have to deal with that. So I just want to be.
I mean, just naturally, as like a fucking parent, not saying obviously it's not you, but naturally as a parent, I'm like, why the fuck is my son's bag at your house? Like,
yeah, no, for
that
sure.
just would have been my natural shit versus like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you talking a lot of shit right now, bro. And I'm really with it. So
yeah,
either bring it back or what's up? Because I don't have time for any of that. But first of all, I'm just getting wind of this, and it's coming from a very close, reliable source. Do explain.
What is he talking about?
You have not seen the Blade movies?
I haven't seen them since I was a kid. We've had this conversation before.
Oh, that's what I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so you have. It's just been.
I mean, when you say like I want it Blade 2 bloody, I have no idea what you mean. I don't remember it. in that detail, but I've obviously watched it, and he was talking about the opening earlier,
Oh,
and like
absolutely.
I've watched
Beautiful.
the opening on YouTube multiple times because it's just batshit
Yes, it is.
beautiful.
It's amazing.
But
Yes, it is.
but yeah,
And that song is just forever classic. Watch Party Part 1 and 2 now. Listen, I'm all for it, Sam. It's this man. It's this man we got to lock down. And we will have you there for it, but we got to lock him down. He's the thing. So I'm all for it. Obviously, you guys want it. We got to spam this guy. He's the busy one.
What do you want to watch? Do you want to watch Party Blade?
He's about the long Halloween.
Halloween?
Because I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. He's seen it, so he'll be our gateway through it. And then, yeah. And plus, you're in your DC animated shit right now anyway.
Yeah.
And it's something I really want to see. So
I definitely want to watch them. Yeah.
I'd be with it. So be on the lookout, Sam. I'll reach out. I'll confer with this
We'll
one here.
figure it out at some point. Yeah.
Like, well, with that if it gets too long, Sam, I'll tell you it will. And I guess we'll just do it. But he has a lot going on. But if it gets too far, I'm like, damn, bro, we'll figure it out. But
yeah,
hopefully it's sooner than hella later. So, yeah. Okay. So, if there's anything else, y'all got our last few minutes. I gave it about until 10:20 to get us some shits because I legit love Blade. Oh, yeah. So he's seen Blade 1 and 2, Sam. So we'll do Long Halloween. I fucking love Blade. It's oh my god, it's one of the best Marvel movies, hands down, for sure. Especially Blade 2. Shit is beautiful. I mean, and it was so much of a jump from like Blade 1 to 2, and even like stylistically, I was like, is that a word? It is now. So it was just gorgeous because Guillermo did it, and like the first 5,
yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, this is so much more badass super vampire shit. It's lovely, and we just don't talk about Blade Trinity. That's
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, Wesley doing all his own stunts and fighting court for most of it. Sometimes his diva would come through. Like, okay, that's clearly the fucking stunt guy. Got it. I remember in Blade 2 in the very beginning when he's picking up Whistler, when he's saving him, and he's just holding Chris Christopherson on his shoulder, just has to walk down the hallway. It's a stunt man. I'm like, why the fuck are you not just holding this man? Like, why is it a stunt? But you can go kick somebody's ass doing a corridor, but you can't hold an old man. Got it.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, got it. But no, it's great movies. We'll see. Yeah, big shoes to fill, Mahershala. I have faith in you. And new time director person.
Yeah, interesting choice there.
Yeah, that also frightens me. But I trust Marvel, a full-time membership to their church. So we'll see. Haven't let me down yet. Greatly, disastrously, they haven't let me down yet. So we'll see. Yes, he did hold him like a damn baby. Yes, he did, Kenya. Okay. Oh, and sorry, we had another.
Did you guys know Disney could have gotten the rights to DC instead of Fox X-Men? Oh. When was that? Was that recent? Because do you remember that when not long ago people were like, "Uh-oh," like because it might have been because of HBO Max or something, but people were like, "Warner Brothers isn't doing too hot."
Yeah,
I don't think they would.
Just give it to Disney. Just fold over and give it to Disney. They have everything else. Just give them the last Infinity Stone. Just give it to them, and it's fine. We'll take what happens. And yes, Kenya, I'm seeing Halloween on October. Damn, that bitch is coming up really fucking soon, 10 days. And on fucking Peacock. Don't get me started. I'm not going to say that. Yeah. But Halloween, I'm so very excited for.
Well, and I wish I wasn't sick because I'm supposed to be seeing James Bond tomorrow. They're doing James Bond screenings in IMAX tomorrow.
It's just no time to die.
So I didn't talk about that. I got to talk about Spectre.
Oh, that's right. Yes. You finished out Spectre.
It was better than the first two. For sure.
Really think Spectre is better than Casino Royale?
By a lot. Yeah.
Wow. That's a take right
Casino Royale is so like just wooden plank. Like, here's a board. That's the whole fucking movie. Is just like, you want to sit here and watch some poker that you don't understand? Okay. How about this? How about James Bond, who doesn't do quips, so you can't get to know him, and also doesn't say anything at all. Like, he's just fucking silent.
Really,
So
Spectre over Casino Royale?
and
I
it's
can't do
just
that.
it's just simply, I mean, it's the story. Casino Royale is not a good movie. I mean, it's fine. Obviously, Quantum is worse, but not by a whole lot.
Quantum is dog ass. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I won't watch Spectre again because I don't need to. But I will for damn sure never watch Casino Royale or Quantum again. Those fucking
See,
wastes of
and it's
time.
interesting because I remember Casino, obviously. Don't remember what the fuck goes on in Quantum, and I don't remember what
I
happened in
don't.
Spectre.
I don't
Outside
remember
of
what happens in any of them, and I just watched them. That like
you will not say that about Skyfall.
no,
What?
besides Skyfall, obviously
Oh,
Skyfall is amazing, but
I
like
was like, what?
I watched Spectre 2 or 3 nights ago, and I don't remember the actual story. I just know that I like when they are telling a story that is character driven.
Mm,
The first 2 James Bond movies, the reason why they're dog shit in terms of stories because you don't know who James Bond is. He's just this charismatic, let me go fuck everybody I see, and even when it doesn't make any goddamn sense. And he's also like not that charismatic because he
does
doesn't
fucking
talk.
ever have to make sense?
Yeah. Um, and that's what pisses me off is it's like he doesn't even have to sweet talk the women. They're just about it because like
It's the eyes.
he can't even be like, oh, like I'm funny because I do quips and like they like that. Like, no, he's just like, hey, I need some information. You want to get in the bed? And they're like, yeah. And it's like, you got to be fucking kidding me right now.
He is fucking absolutely.
So yeah, no,
I mean, he's outside of Vespa. He really, I guess everyone was a fuckathon outside of Vespa. Yeah, and the new chick.
Yeah.
The Spectre chick.
Uh-huh.
I don't even remember that whole thing. I know she was the daughter of Mr. White.
Yeah.
And then
you
she
have
was,
Christoph.
which even when he's bad, I still love Christoph. Even when he's bad, he's just
so that was the thing
I
was
love this thing.
Christoph's character. I like that it was delving more into the past of James Bond, letting me get to know him more. This is basically like an adoptive brother to him,
Right.
who's a psychopath, and like it builds the character more, so I care about it more. I mean, you can
Right.
give me action all day long, but at the end of the day, all Casino and Quantum is just dumb action,
Right.
and
that's
that
the
doesn't
thing
work for me.
because Blofeld is Christoph's
Right.
name. He's an old James Bond villain that they brought back and revamped for this.
Oh, really? Okay.
And retconned and made him like his brother and all that good stuff.
Sure.
But Dr. Evil, like Austin Powers.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Blofeld he's based off Blofeld.
Right.
I mean, yeah, so he's the bald dude, fucked up scar, cat and shit. That's his character. So they basically made Christoph, they brought him back, revamped the character, made him family and all that shit, but still fucked up his eyeball and all that shit.
Right.
And Dave Bautista, what did you think? I know you
Oh my
love
God.
his acting. Everyone loves his acting.
We were laughing our ass off because he popped up, like the first time he popped up, and Hannah was like, he's in this? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, it's really funny because you brought it up for like a second, and I was like, the way John acted, I feel like he doesn't say a word. And like I said that's like a figure of speech. Like he doesn't say a word. He doesn't say a word until, and it's not him. That's not Dave Bautista's mouth. Like that's somebody dubbing. I was like, oh my God, they needed him to be Russian. And Dave Bautista can't do that. So they just had him not say anything. Period.
That fight was dope, though. I like
And
the fight between them. The fight was
see,
cool.
but that's the thing. I don't think fighting is cool. Like if it's just a fight, because at the end of the day, there's absolutely no reason for him to be so fucking diehard. Let me go kill James Bond right now. It's like, give me story, give me development.
He's a henchman, the right hand to Blofeld.
And that's what I mean
kill him.
is give me one conversation between those two guys of why I need you to go kill James Bond. But instead, he's just trying to kill James Bond. And so I'm just sitting here. It's just mindless action, and I don't
Sam
care.
is itching to come on. Sam is itching to come on.
I mean, you can
What is
come on,
James
and
Bond?
I'll dip out because I don't remember Casino Royale besides the nut hitting scene, which is the dumbest shit I've ever. Like, that is Fast and the Furious 9 level dumb shit. I thought it was a parody. Like,
This
I
man
thought
is
I was
really,
watching the
like,
wrong cut of the
impacted
movie.
by the nuts. It's hilarious. I love
Everything
it.
after that exact moment, the whole rest of the movie completely falls apart. It is a completely different, all logic is out the door movie. Like, he starts getting his nuts beat, which what the fuck?
To the right, to the right.
And yeah, he's in the like, now he has quips to say when he's getting tortured. And then he's in the hospital. Girl comes up who has not been interested in him sexually the whole time.
Bro, they're
Walks up.
always interested sexually. They just play hard to get. They're always interested.
But that's the thing, though, is it was, even if it was just sexually, like, she's like, all of a sudden, like, I love you. Like, I want you right now, whatever.
Bro, that's the history of James Bond. Like, they'll meet this motherfucker for a second and be like,
that's why it's not for me. I mean, like, these are terrible. Like, they're so fucking bad. But yeah, no, like, he just had his nuts destroyed and he's ready to fuck real quick. And then after that, it's also, I'm sitting here going, why is she acting so different? Something's up. I immediately catch it. What is she working for the bad guys? Is like immediately what I said as soon as she said that. Actually, that's a lie. First thing I said was, this is all a dream. It's a dream sequence. That's why, is what I said. And Hannah was like, oh, thank God. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. It's not. The movie continues. And that's the real life. But yeah, so at the end of the day, it didn't make any goddamn sense. It was so frustrating to me. And yeah, I will never watch that shit ever again.
So like, I think Kenya wants to come on. Not Kenya. That'll be a first. Well, a second.
Well, if Sam wants to come on, that's fine. I gotta go because I'm about to die.
I keep forgetting, like you're like on the verge of death. Okay, yes. So Sam, hold that off. We'll get you on next week, and we'll do a little segment for you guys. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be quiet.
And I'm also hoping. I mean, maybe we'll all see the James Bond movie, and we can talk about them all.
When does that bitch come out?
Tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
What? Does it? You're bullshitting me.
Here you go.
Holy
Wednesday,
shit, you're actually
October
fucking
6th.
right. Yeah, because I'm seeing the bitch Friday. Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay. Wow, okay. Yes. So, Sam, come back. We'll have you on. James, it'll be our James Bond show. We'll have a Bond show. I'm pretty sure that'll be the only fucking thing going on outside of What If.
Yeah.
So
What If finale and James Bond.
Yeah. So come on. You're slated. We got you. And we'll mock you up in the thumbnail, all that shit. We got you. So make sure you guys come in next week. It's going to be a rumble of the Bonds, and we're going to give a full breakdown of I'm about to say No Way Home. Jesus. No Time to Die. And as well as the overall thoughts of all the Bond films. And JVS will defend Casino Royale because he seems like he really loves it, which is good. I didn't expect Spectre over Casino Royale. I didn't expect that. So it'll be interesting.
I don't understand how people like that movie as much as they do. Like zero understanding for me. That movie is like, it ended. I said they allowed a sequel. to be made.
Holy
Like,
shit.
I couldn't
Okay.
believe it.
Well, Christian, what did you have?
In the sense of
Did you have
a
Mexican, curry, Indian? What did
in
you
the
have?
sense of a beginning of a franchise. Like, it was dog
Wow.
shit.
Interesting.
But
Wow. Okay.
yeah,
We will. Okay, JVS. Sam has an explanation. But you guys, if you want to see that, be sure
I'm
tune in
not
next
interested.
week. Tune in.
If a
Well,
movie has to be explained to not be annoying, because here's the only thing I'll say, and I think you understood this too. I don't know shit about poker. So all of the don't even get me started on the just random like, hey, let's go out in the hallway and have a fight, which frustrates, and then just wipe it off and go back.
we'll
Dumbest shit I've ever seen in my
we'll
life.
save it. We'll save it for next week.
But
Save it for next
like,
week.
I don't know shit about poker, so it's supposed to be suspenseful, and they flip the cards, and the music just goes like a da da da, and I'm like, what does that mean? Sitting there still waiting,
What was that?
you know, because it's supposed to be like a reveal, and it's like, I don't know
Yes.
what that is.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposed to be the first movie of the franchise, and you're over here
Oh my
just literally chopping
god.
your fucking fan base into like a tiny sliver of like, do you know poker?
All right. Save it for next week. Save it for next
Oh
week.
my
So I'm
God.
sure we'll have this will be fun. I'm very excited now. Thank you.
Good.
This is gonna be fun. Just remember we're all family here, okay? There'll
Oh,
be
I
no
don't care about it that much.
okay, I would say no heatedness. And
Yeah, no.
I know you get the gloves out pretty
At the
easily.
end of the
So it's
day,
like
Skyfall is like an 8.5 out of 10 movie, and that's the best James Bond movie there will ever be. So,
yeah, I know it's based off the book, Sam. I don't know if
and
he
see, that's the thing,
oh yeah.
JVS. I've never seen a James Bond movie before that one,
Right.
and so most of this shit's just not working for me because it shouldn't be made anymore. Like, it's old cliche stuff. They need to modernize it and modernize the storytelling instead of just giving me an action thriller with no thrill because I
That's
don't care
actually
about the
funny.
guy.
Craig was the modernization of it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but like I said, we'll get on. We'll get into
All
it.
right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here. So you guys have it. The big show next week. Make sure you stay tuned. Share, spread the word. Hit this. Yeah, next week is gonna be epic. I'm very excited. So we'll see. Lucas actually liked Venom, which
What
surprised
the
me.
fuck is wrong?
That surprised me. Lucas, out of all people, that surprised
You
me.
didn't like it, and he did.
Yeah, that surprised me. I remember Sam told me that. It's like he actually liked it. I was like, wow, did not see that coming.
But that's the thing. There's no way that he's like, oh, I really enjoyed that film. Like, no, his expectations were low enough to where he could experience some joy from it. Because that we all did. Like, there were parts of that movie that were like, oh, that was funny, or like cool action in that 5-second stint. But like nobody was like, oh, I loved the direction and editing of Venom. Let There Be Carnage. No, it was god awful.
I didn't see his reasonings. I just know Sam told me he relayed the message to me.
That's hilarious.
Right.
Goodness.
But all right, let's get out of here.
Out of here.
Because I'm hungry and I'm also dying.
Yeah.
So, and you gotta rest your throat.
That's correct.
So, all right, we want to thank you guys for joining us on the latest episode of the Film Cave 43. 43. Christian, go get your ass checked out. Sounds like you're having some issues there. But thank you for joining us, whether you watch us here live and or on playback. We thank you so much. If you sat through the show, if you like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button or follow, depends on which form you're watching on. Hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell to be reminded when new episodes drop. Be sure to be back here again. I don't know what time I work, but we'll let you know whether same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or maybe 9, depending when I get off. But it'll definitely be happening. Be here. Big show, epic show. Make sure you're there. Sir Logan, where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter, right above me, Logan_Swish. And then, YouTube stuff, Patreon stuff. We've got the What If finale tomorrow. I'm really hoping that I can wake up and survive. being able to sit here and watch whatever that is, I think I'll be all
You
right.
will survive.
But yeah, besides that, I mean, we'll see about some sort of, whether it's a DC animated movie or whatnot on my Patreon and all that jazz.
Yeah, you're slacking on your pimping, man.
Well, I've been sick. Good God, give me a
Who
second.
cares? No, stop. Content
But yeah,
first.
we've got stuff coming. It'll be fun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as you guys know, you can find me on all social media right above there. Tap it in, do whatever you want. Hit that follow. Logan's link is in the description box of my video and vice versa on his.
Yes.
So be sure to tune in next week. As always, love y'all. It's your boy, Knight.
And I am Logan.
We will catch y'all in the cave. Peace. I remember this time.
Later, guys. Venom.